Well, welcome to the series of how to answer interview questions. And today we are going to be talking about the second question. I mean, it's not second as in second that way, but for the series, this is going to be the second question, right? So that question is, where do you see yourself in 4, 5, 3, 10 years, right? This is most commonly asked interview question. Now, again, as I have told you earlier, that for any and every questions, what you need to figure out the first, the objective of the question. So, what is the objective here? What do you think? Why does the interviewer ask you this question? Because without knowing the objective, if you answer as you may have, come across many of your friends, colleagues who answer is like, okay, after 5 years, I want to do my own business, or I want to be a public servant, or I want to see myself as manager, and so on, so forth, right? Now, see, all these answers are not very correct. However, I want to see myself as the manager is still a bit correct, right? A bit correct, not thoroughly. Why? Because, see, the first thing you need to understand the objective here is the first thing the interviewers want to be sure of is your stability, that if you're going to be stable. They want to know if you are really stable or if you're going to be stable in the job. Because the moment you say that I would like to see myself doing a business, or I want to do a business after 5 years down the line, I'm here just to, have some experience and so on, that's a big no for most of the job interviews. If you're going to answer that way, that means you are like, not stable about the job. But again, at the same time, let's say somebody is really willing to start a business. Should he not say that? Most of the trainers, corporate trainers, would tell you not to mention that. I, on the other hand, advise you to be, honest all the time. I'll tell you how is that going to work. That might not work all the time, but that's going to work for sure in the long run with most of the people around you, most of the companies around you. That's going to work. So I'll tell you that. So one is the stability. Another is how well planned you are about your career. If I mean, they want to know if you have any career plan. This question is linked to another question like, what do you know about our company, or why do you want to work with us? That also seeks, like, that your career plan. If you're really well planned about your career, why are you joining us here? What about your future plans? What are you going to be doing? So that's what they want to be sure of. And as a result, just to check your stability, they ask you this question. Like the first question, tell me something about yourself, is to check your fitness, overall candidature, if you're really suitable for that job profile. Now, this is to check your stability. So what should be your answer, just to show yourself stable with the company? That I would like to see myself after this time, or in 5 years, working with your company. But of course, I would like to have few more responsibilities than that of now. And I'm sure I will have that, because as far as I have read about your company on its website, it says candidates are applicable for IJP, internal job posting, after 18 months. So right now I'd be joining as an analyst, and after 18 months, I am very hopeful that I'm going to be promoted as senior analyst, and then according to that, in 5 years, I would like to see myself as the senior manager in this company, right? Because you know that how it works. You are not just saying, you're not just giving standard answer that every candidate might be saying. You know what this question is, and you know how to deal with it, right? Just simply saying that I would like to see myself with your company as a manager would not do your job, would not. That is not going to solve the problem here, right? So you need to show that path, that how are you going to reach there? Do you know how much time it takes to be promoted from this level to that level, from one level to another? In order to know that, you must know some technical terms, and you must know certain things about that company, their company policies. Some companies may, promote you in a year. Some companies might take 2 years. Every company has different policy. So you need to be aware of that. So before you appear on any job interview, you must know something about that company. Certain things, there are a set of things which of course we'll be talking about in some other video, that when you are asked that question, that what do you know about the company, why do you want to work with us or with this company, we'll talk about that in some other video. So first thing you need to emphasize, the same company, you'd be working with the same company even after, or in this much time, in 5 years or after 5 years, in the same company. So that means, yes, you are going to be stable for the company, number one. Then come up with this career plan that, okay, what about promotion? How often, or how often people are promoted? So promotion. So what about the IJP and all? We should know about that, right? And then you also need to say that, okay, I believe or I'm hopeful that I'll be promoted because, and again, because why? Your skills, because your personality traits. Okay, because of my skills, and also because I'm hardworking, and I'm proactive. Whenever I face any challenges, I do not run away from it. I take complete responsibility and I do my level best to solve it on my own. If I cannot, I take the support from my team members and so on. But I do not run away. So some qualities of yours you need to mention to show that, yes, for these reasons you believe you'll be promoted as per the law. You'd be the first, because everybody is not going to be promoted for sure. So why do you think you would be promoted? Because you are a performer. You are somebody who knows things, that how it works and why and when and how people are promoted. You know all these things. So that's what going to get you promoted to the next level. So when you mention you answer this way, that's what gets you selected for this question, right? So every question has an objective. Based on the objective, you need to strategize and you need to frame your answer. Now, as I was talking about, what if really you just want to do a job for 2, 3 years, right? What if you just want to do a job for 6 months? Then you should not do that, because for 6 months, I don't think anybody would be hiring you. But yes, if you are really serious about your business, about your future ideas, honestly, you can mention that, see, I will not tell you a lie, or to be honest, I would like to mention here that after 5 years or in 5 years, I want to have my own business. Now, I can understand your concern that you might be thinking, then I'm not stable. Of course, even if people say that I would be here after 5 years, they may not be here. So I will not tell you lie for this. What I can tell you is, at least for the 3 years, I'm going to be with you. At least for 2 years, I'm going to be with this company. But after that, I aspire or I intend to have my own business things. I have that plan. So most possibly I'd be doing that. And but I could do that only if I perform here the best, because I have to learn all these things first. That's how it works. So if I do not work well, of course I will be failing in my business. So all I can tell you honestly is I will be doing my own business after 5 years, but I'm going to turn out to be the best performer in your company because I'm here to learn. That's what matters the most for me. Um, so that's an honest answer. Let me know if I can. Let me know if you have any question in here, to so that I can possibly try to convince you for this. But that's what is my honest answer. So I ask my trainees, or I ask people around me, candidates, to be honest, not to tell lies, right? So that works. That has worked for me, right? Twice, because I remember in 2016, 2017, I was working as a freelancer, and then I applied for some MNC, and then they asked me, and then I told them I'm just going to be here for 2 years. But again, the way I just explained you, that's what I said, and they got convinced. They hired me, in fact, right? Okay, so that works. All the time, it might not work, right? Okay, but since I follow Sanatan, right? Okay, Sanatan like belief, not belief. I mean Sanatan rules, Sanatan dharma. So I do not ask you to be dishonest, right? Be honest. And that does work. That might not work all the time, but that does work most of the times. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, see you in another video. Until then, take care. Have a good day.